Alright, so I just got back from watching The Fantastic Four: First Steps, the latest Fantastic Four movie, and the first one made by Marvel Studios proper. This has been long in the making ever since Disney acquired 20th Century Fox. We have been eagerly anticipating when the Fantastic Four and the X-Men were going to join the MCU. We've kind of gotten the X-Men in things like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Deadpool and Wolverine and whatnot. And we've been getting little hints at the Fantastic Four again and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but now we finally got it. And there's a lot riding on this movie because this is essentially being marketed and brought forth as a jumping on point to the MCU, where if you haven't been keeping up with all the other things, because let's be honest, the quality has dipped in the past 3 years, and if you've fallen off and haven't, been keeping up, this is where you can hop back on the train again. It takes place in a completely separate universe than the rest of the Marvel movies, so there's not a lot of homework you gotta do. You can just show up and watch the movie. It's not connected to any other TV show or anything like that. And I would say that this is where the movie really succeeds, because it is its own thing. It doesn't concern itself really with setting up future movies and stuff. Now, obviously, it's an MCU movie. There's going to be teases, but that's not what this movie's main concern is. Its main concern is getting us to know these new characters, this group, Fantastic Four, played wonderfully by all the actors: Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, and Joseph Quinn. Are great new additions to the MCU. They play their characters very well, and sometimes it might not be as cartoony as we've been trained to expect. But I think that's a good thing because it makes them more nuanced, more realistic, and they can evolve if, they show up in other movies. Now, as for the actual movie itself, beyond its characters, I think this is a good time. I feel like I'm going to have to sit on this one a little bit more, but I do feel like this is a very good movie. It didn't blow me away, but I did enjoy it. It is a good movie. It's a lot better than Captain America: Brave New World. I like it more than Deadpool and Wolverine. It's a lot better than most Marvel movies. I really liked Thunderbolts, and I think I put this on the same level as Thunderbolts. But I've seen a lot of people are saying that it's better than Thunderbolts, so take that what you will. But I think those two movies are pretty equal. And basically it's because this movie does what I think all movies should do. It puts character first, and then it adds all the other stuff on board with it, teasing sequels, special effects bonanzas, comedy, all that stuff. It all serves the characters, and this is the most emotional and character-driven Fantastic Four movie we've gotten. Now, that's not a really hard thing to do, but these people actually feel like a family, and they're given a problem, or they're put into a scenario that we've never seen the Fantastic Four have to deal with before. I mean, we've seen Galactus in Rise of the Silver Surfer like 2 decades ago, but not like this. This makes Galactus more personal, this movie. I won't spoil how, but Galactus is a lot more of a personal threat in this movie than he is in the older Fantastic Four movies, where he's just a big cloud. So yeah, I quite enjoyed this movie. I think this is definitely a theater movie. If you are a fan of action blockbusters, superheroes, the MCU, all those things, I think you can show up and have a good time. It's not too long. It's not a 2.5 hour epic. It's actually shorter than 2 hours. So the cast is charming. I just think it's a good time. Again, I don't know if it's in my top 10 favorite Marvel movies, but there's so many good ones. That doesn't mean this is a bad movie. So I quite enjoyed it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Fantastic Four: First Steps.